What's good, ladies, gentlemen, babies? It's me, Majority, and I got some terrific news to announce that I finally, just minutes ago, successfully completed Dragon Quest IV Chapters of the Chosen on the Nintendo DS. And while that may not seem like something very special for maybe some of you guys out there, it's special to me for a few reasons. One is that this is actually the first entry in the main Dragon Quest series that I've successfully played through to the end. And, I was a big fan of Dragon Quest Monsters growing up, or Dragon Warrior Monsters, rather. And I love that game. I love the mechanics. I love the, creatures. So making that jump into a more conventional RPG where you're controlling characters fighting monsters is very interesting, and this game has a lot of merit to it. That's one. Another reason is that I actually picked this game up about 2 years ago, and that's when I started playing it. So this game has officially taken me about 2 years to complete, and I actually got this at a great deal. And I didn't realize it at the time. I contacted someone on Craigslist. I was just getting back into playing video games, and I got a Nintendo DS Lite, and one of the items that they had for sale was Dragon Quest IV, among others, like Mario RPG and Zelda Spirit Tracks, and they were charging $10 each. So I got this game with the case for $10. This game goes for about $30 now, just with the case or without. So that's pretty terrific. Anyways, let me talk about the game. I want to give my impressions because I just finished playing it. There were actually two moments in this game that had kept me from coming back to it and really completing it in a more fluid manner. This game is very challenging for a number of reasons. One is that this is very difficult combat-wise. This is a Square Enix title. If you've played something like the Kingdom Hearts games, Final Fantasy, you kind of know that they like to challenge you in terms of combat. The other is that you really need to figure out what you're supposed to do. I don't know if that's really unique to the Dragon Quest games. I know you don't see that in Kingdom Hearts as much. But in Dragon Quest, you really need to, talk to everyone and figure out everything. There was actually a moment in this game where I thought it was broken and I thought I couldn't advance any further because I hadn't talked to somebody. And when I checked out the walkthrough later, I noticed that when you come into this town, an exclamation point is supposed to come above their head and then they come and talk to you. That never happened in my copy, so I don't know, it confused me for a while, but I did get past it, and thankfully, because this game is just terrific on so many levels. In terms of storytelling, it's just absolutely divine. It's definitely worthy of the packaging, which, might I add, is some great packaging art. Yeah, so how it works is there's 5 sets of characters, each broken into their own chapter, and you play as each one. Each character, they have something unique to themselves. They all start off in different areas on the map, and eventually they all kind of come together. And I don't want to give too much of the story away, but the way it's told is just fantastic. It's cinematic, it's got style, and you can tell the developers are really smart. This is a very hardy game. It's probably got about 30 to 40 hours of gameplay in there. But by the time that you finish, you really feel accomplished and that you've done something, that was a worthy endeavor. I played a lot of these RPGs where I come across at the end of the game and I don't feel like I really got a fulfilling experience, but that's not the case with Dragon Quest. It's always a great game, and that's really why I want to see the 3DS installments come overseas and get localized. Not only for us old-timers who like the series, but also for those of us who are new to it and want to experience it, for the first time. I think this is actually a good place to start if you're new to the Dragon Quest games. And the good news is, if you don't have a DS, 3DS, or DS-compatible system, that you can actually play this on the iOS or Android or, I guess, the PC, maybe, emulators, whatever. Yeah, you can get it straight from Square Enix tablet store, I guess. You can play it on the iPad, and I've heard good things about it. I wouldn't play it with touch controls, but I wouldn't play it on a PC either. This game just rocks. So many levels: music, character, storytelling. So good. Oh my gosh. I'm really delighted that I finished it because, you know, I've committed to it for a long time now and I just haven't gotten back to it. And I got that final push in, that final boss. Whew, that's a tough boss right there at the end. But if you can get through that boss, then yeah, you're a true Dragon Quest Kong. Anyways, this copy's going out to Boss and Burf. I communicated with him about sending him the game. I know he's looking for it. I might ask for it back down the road. It's not urgent or anything, but I do want to play this again. And I know that kind of sucks, but I will send you some things to compensate for that in the long run. So there you have it. That's my impressions of Dragon Quest IV. This is classic RPG, exploration, adventuring at its finest. Give it a shot if you haven't, and that's all for today. Check you later, folks. Live on, Dragon Quest. Cheers.